What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite blue guy here. Skyblock has just gone through its 3rd anniversary, and I still can't believe this game mode has been a thing for 3 years now. It really still just feels like a week ago that the game mode was released for the first time. Everyone was having a blast, and depending on what you decided to go for in Skyblock, maybe you're still having a blast. A common topic has been brought up throughout these past 3 years, however, and the closer we get to an official 1.0 release, the more and more it starts to pop into my head. Is Skyblock facing an inevitable stat reset upon the release of 1.0? Is it actually something that people want to happen? Before I get into my thoughts, make sure to subscribe to the channel today if you haven't already. I'm also running a rank giveaway that's lasting the entire summer. If you want to know how to enter and potentially win yourself one, click that annotation in the top right corner. Now, I have zero idea about what's going to happen, and you probably don't as well. Still, Skyblock has been around so long at this point that the idea of a stat reset seems absolutely crazy. Even if Skyblock has had the exact same setup since its release, it would probably still be so unfathomable to do something like that with a player count this big. The idea is definitively unpopular, and the admins have definitively stated that the current Skyblock will never reset under any circumstances. But will this also be valid for 1.0? What doesn't exist at the moment for this to work is a really solid transition path that would allow Skyblock players to seamlessly move on to this newly reworked game mode after this hypothetical stat reset happens. With all the work that's been put into Skyblock since day one, I just really don't see something like this happening. It would be bonkers, unheard of, and probably be one of the most hated things in the universe right underneath this image. It would be such a giant shame if it all just ended there. It does make me wonder though. Skyblock by far isn't the only game mode to get stat reset requests. Pit players have also wanted something like this to happen to their game mode as well. If enough Pit players want it, would there be any plans to give Pit and other game modes for that matter the same treatment? In a hypothetical scenario where for some reason Skyblock does get a full stat wipe, this might be the only way to somewhat pull it off in a manner that most people would be happy with. For Skyblock to become a competitive game mode as the Pit has become. Now, I don't think anyone wants that, but it would give a reason for a stat wipe to be plausible. It would possibly bring forward a legit reason for the reset that a lot of people would agree on. Like, hypothetically, you could have a Skyblock community manager that does all this by just posting it and creating a poll to see how many players agree to it, something like that. It's a process that wouldn't take forever. If enough people were to somehow agree, Skyblock could become like the Pit is now, at least in terms of stats. It would also somewhat help with that transition between Skyblock and Skyblock 1.0. Now, again, I don't really want that to happen, and I don't think that the community would really want that to happen as well. So for the time being, no, I do not think Skyblock needs to worry about getting a stat wipe anytime soon. Apologies for this one being a little bit shorter than usual. I have been in kind of a bind recently. I'm gonna be taking a content hiatus pretty soon, but not to worry. It will not be for very long, and it's not for a negative reason. I'll explain more in a community post within the next couple days. That is all for today's content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd be interested to know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys download my texture pack, link in the description. Have a great afternoon, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him inside and outside.